Okay, you knew a response video was coming. I mean, when a good chunk of her little rant, was directed straight at me. And like I said, if you call me out, I will respond. I'm not going to let stuff go unanswered. So yeah, pretty much good. You got to get a response back on here. Frankly, I don't know if it's just the season or especially the post Thanksgiving hangover or other things going on that there's a lot of stuff going on in our life that we really have very little control over at the moment, partially because of the damn holidays. But it's just this whole thing has frankly just made me kind of sad to have to deal with this too. But objectively, not much has really changed. Nothing really is surprising in this. But I am going to address a few things here. And or skipping the mashed potato thing, obviously. I mean, that's like a damn tasty, recipe. I mean, Yukon Gold potatoes, best ones out there. So yeah, you can put anything to do with that, baked potato, mashed potato. But and there's a few things I would do differently, only because I like my mashed potatoes fairly simple, really. But but the whole thing, heavy cream is Kerrygold butter, absolutely best butter in the market. Irish butter, you cannot beat it. Chives, fine. I'm not problem with that. I generally would probably avoid. If it was served to me as it is, I'd probably go with it. Although I would ask no sour cream. I'm not a big fan of sour cream, and also not big on cheese on my mashed potatoes. But other than that, it looks delicious. I have no doubt that they had a very good Thanksgiving or their boyfriend, which I will address in due time with this whole thing. But a few things though that they're she's continuing with the claim. Now I'll deal with more detail as it's rendering right now, so this is going to the actual process of making it is going to be quite involved. There'll be a lot of edits here. Because it's a little too involved here if we do it on a live stream. I'll probably do a live stream later on. Maybe Rosetta will do an analysis on this. But I got to do this down in my own head. And I think I will, one direct response to this. Cause, I tweeted the link to she's up and tacked on my response on Twitter, and I will get to that when it comes to. But for now, we got away. So we'll pick this up when the video is rendered and I can start rendering it. So stand by, folks.
6.5 hours later.
Okay, and now that we're done with that, we're going to start in on this. So, as we join our program, her potatoes are, the water's boiling, the potatoes are going, so takes the opportunity to address the audience. Let's join.
I figured since that's boiling, I could catch up with you guys a little bit. Because I haven't posted on YouTube in a little bit.
Yeah, 5 months. The last one was where she's calling me out for betraying her, which I didn't. Again, Indy, it's what's sticking to my craw. I didn't do anything. I didn't do what you're saying to do.
Mainly because YouTube fucking demonetized my channel. I still don't know why. They will not tell me. They are not communicating, and well, that's just kind of par for the course with YouTube.
Well, perhaps due to the fact you haven't posted anything in 5 months. And before that, it was a few more months before that. I used to post like every week on YouTube. It was an active channel. Now it's not. They don't like paying for technically inactive channels. That's probably why you're demonetized. So anyway, here's some up. I didn't pull anything. I want her monetized. Okay, I want her getting as much income as her own coming in, so they're not reliant on these idiots that are flocked around her. But no, that's why if Teddy Chan is still there, because you haven't been away from that one as much, although that one was probably pushing it too. But you want to keep the money coming on a channel, you got to keep it active. It doesn't matter. You got 80,000 subscribers. If you're not updating anything, screw it.
Unfortunately, even if you're like a big channel and you have like a channel liaison or whatever the fuck it's called with YouTube, like direct contact, they're still not great. So that's why I have been streaming on Fansly. So if you miss my streams, that's because I am on Fansly. So if you want to come watch me stream, I'll be on Fansly. But we can like watch movies and listen to music and do other stuff there that we can't do on YouTube. So it gives us more things to do anyway, so I kind of like streaming on there better. But, you know, it does suck I can't stream on here. Well, I can. It's just, there's not much of a point because channel memberships are gone and I feel bad that they're fucking gone and I can't fucking do anything about it.
There's also the advantage of on Fansly. She can get naked, she can show things, do a full-on cum show. And the money is a lot more free-flowing on on Fansly because of the the usual suspects. But let's move on.
But anyway, I am still streaming on Teddy Chan's account on YouTube. But other than that, yeah, streams have been on Fansly. I am planning to post some more like actual YouTube videos. I don't know what yet, but yeah, this video is going up on Fansly as well as YouTube. It's going up on both. This is going to be a little Thanksgiving bonus video for you guys. But yeah, I'm gonna try to do some more casual YouTube videos heading into December. Obviously, December is like a big fucking month for content and everything. Gotta do a lot of Christmas stuff. But yeah. It has almost been a year since I realized I was trans, though. Actually, it has been a year. It's been a year since I realized it.
Yeah, let's realize it, not diagnose, not evaluate. She figured this out on her own. We're letting the patients diagnose themselves, okay? There's your first problem right there. And this kind of begs me, what are your therapists telling you, Indy? Is your bunch that you've been with the 10 years are just as dysfunctional as everyone else I'm hearing? That are letting these kids diagnose themselves when we've already got, if you by your own admission, well-documented list of disorders. Borderline personality, post-traumatic stress disorder, anxiety, body dysmorphia. You are in no position to diagnose yourself, sweetie, okay? I'm sorry. That's the facts of the matter. And like one of the things I was going with Kokuri on Twitter, and for the record, I've got him blocked right now because he went off on a very unhinged and very offensive comparison rant. And no, you're going in timeout for a while, so you calm the fuck down. But he's trying to, that's why you keep losing. No, it's not a matter of wins and losses here. That's the first mistake of looking at that this side of the fence and trying to address the issue here. It's not a sprint. It's a marathon. And we're not the one running it. Indy's the one running it. And the trans thing is her trying to find a shortcut to resolve all these issues. And there is no shortcut. This is stuff that goes back to her childhood. Some of it early childhood, but especially the crap that happened in middle school and teenage years. That has screwed things up here. But there's something also back there in the childhood that probably started the thing rolling, might have resolved itself had the other crap not happened and just reinforced it. But yeah, figured it out. No, please, for the love of God, sweetie, no, don't. Yeah.
It hasn't. It's been almost a year since I came out, but it's been a year since I realized it. And like, bro, yeah, like, I'm so much happier. Like, I got my gender officially changed, like, legally. Obviously my life had to get shuffled around a bit, but, like...
You don't look happy, Indy. I'm not getting happy here. I'm getting a level of miserable here. I'm getting burned out, and I'm getting a feeling that you're burned out, you're worn out, you're tired. I'm not getting happy here. You're not bouncing. Even the video where you think, well, it's going to come out. The thumbnail is you're looking like this cupcake like it's a fucking turd. Like you're not. This trans joy is a load of horse shit. Okay. And your prime example right there, kid. Okay. I'm not getting happy here. I'm getting burnt out and just trying to convince yourself. That's what I'm getting. You're trying to talk yourself into this. Yes, I'm happy. Really, I am. Honest. No, you're not. Okay. The only time I've seen you happy is when you're doing the girls' videos. That's when you finally light up. Now, how much of that is you just kicking up in favor, or just you're tapping into something? But either way, that's the only time I'm seeing you happy is when you're like the Teddy Chan video or the turkey that you were actually alive. This is not a happy person I'm seeing here. I don't care what you're saying. You are not happy here, okay?
Yeah, I'm so much more comfortable on a daily basis.
I think more comfortable is you're in parts of it is you're on the right track on parts of it here, because it's like telling the whole thing of you it's one of the things that gender ideology is so insidious. It's supposed to be so welcoming and encompassing. It is the most rigid enforcement of gender stereotypes ever conceived, and they sold it under the thing of the tolerance and acceptance crowd. But it is you don't have to dig down very much. In real, it is the most misogynistic, homophobic philosophy ever to come down the pike. And in a few years, when this thing and it's blowing up now, detransitions are coming out of the fucking woodwork. The rest of the world is saying this is crap. We're the only holdouts out here in this country, and really not even the entire left coast, Canada, and that's it. Most of the country is around. This is crap. We are mutilating our kids for no good reason, and this is what it teaches you. Now, if you're comfortable with the fact that you wear what you want, you do what you want. Yeah, that's very freeing, but you're attaching the wrong things to it. So let's get a little further into this. I'll get more into that.
And even though, like, I'm starting to get back into doing girl cosplays again, it's definitely challenging. Yesterday was a bit more challenging. I filmed the turkey video yesterday, and I was just, like, dreading having to dress like a girl again. I was kind of feeling the same way this morning, but it's easier with Teddy Chan because it's like fully a character, so I can like dissociate into the character a lot easier. So that makes it easier. So if I'm like looking in the viewfinder or something like that, I don't immediately want to like Minecraft myself,
Indy, it's all dissociation with you. It's like, God. I think, there is so much stuff to unpack here. It's like, and it's not being helped by a bunch of idiot friends, quote unquote, who are encouraging this behavior and this digging deeper and deeper into this delusion. It's like, let me just. Well, no, I'll save that. I'll save that for a little bit.
But yeah, made a lot of changes. Well, a lot and not that many. But I don't know. I don't, because like realistically, for me, because I'm never going for like a super, super masculine transition. That's not me. Um,
You're not going for any masculine transition here.
I say, well, just like this. But like, yeah, I'm not going for like fucking doing T injections or gonna do like bottom surgery or anything like that. Like, I'm not probably gonna start going to the gym more or anything because I'm fucking lazy.
Yes. Now this is encouraging. Hear this. No T injections, no bottom surgery. That is good. That is a good thing. That shows she still got some sense of self-preservation. Bottom surgery, no, it's fucking useless anyway. You got a couple of lumps, they don't do anything. You're lucky if you can pee and it doesn't shoot out the sides of there. And then just 2 lumps, it's useless. It's totally useless. You're just there. Okay, you're better off with the latex pack, dildo in your pants. In that respect, and again, and as far as again, she doesn't mention the top, the option of top surgery, but other times she's, if they mess up the nipples, and we're gonna say, there's no way they're gonna do a radical double mastectomy and not fuck up the nipples. So guess what? You put that condition on there, you've automatically taken top surgery off the table, which means you're sticking with the binder, okay, or doing the cosplay wearing a bra. But again, comfortable bra. Try up on going a size or two up on the binder, so so you're still squashing them down, but you're not restricting their breathing as much. Because that's what I'm concerned right now. Is that stuff too. After a while, it got. Let me try. When my appendix blew in '94, I was bedridden for about 35 days. Which means it's amazing what happens if you're not expending your lungs. That one of the things they make you do is they'll do the breathing stuff whether you're trying to push that, because otherwise my diaphragm went up to here because my lungs had basically atrophied that much. The body is very much on the position of use it or lose it. They are constantly putting on antibiotics, regular, round the clock. And my lungs had dropped to here because I wasn't expending it. I didn't, so big thing would get you up and moving, and also where you're blowing this thing and making the thing level up to get your lungs back up to full capacity. The diaphragm should be down here, or at the bottom of the rib cage here, and it was up to my nipple. And a new doctor came in, wondering why my white cell count or whatever, the immune stuff was not responding. Well, be out of my pull it. They just put a new bag of pull it. Well, now, at that point, my immune system, okay, back up. So yeah, if your body doesn't want to do it, it's not going to do it. And that sort of thing, I think with some other couple of detransitions having problems getting their hormone levels back after being on testosterone for a few years or so, or at least several months, and they're after getting off it, and they've been off for a while, but their hormones are still out of whack. I'm thinking, just my gut instinct here. I'm willing to be contradicted by any doctor who knows something about this, but I think increased levels of estrogen in those cases would probably do to nudge everything back into balance, because the body gets used to certain levels and it doesn't like changing things. It's a natural thing. We don't like change. It's biological. We don't we get the level. We like to stay there. So these are girls in their 20s, and they're still developing, early 20s sometimes. They're still developing, but but also other ones they're into the 30s. You might want to kick it back the other way a bit. Elevated levels of estrogen to balance out the elevated levels of testosterone, balance things out, and teach the body how to regulate itself again. It's you get your body chemistry out of whack, and it is not good. Your biochemistry does not respond well when you start fucking around with things. So, and again, well, she's on a testosterone gel, which is just slightly elevated, and considering her major marijuana habit, that's just getting basically back to a normal level, because one of the things marijuana does is it drops your testosterone level drastically. And in girls, that's really bad because they're low to begin with. Compared to males, they're, average female testosterone level is not high to begin with, so there's not much there to lose. And that's why until she went on this, she really was, Indy was really listless. And just, she's getting a little bit of her spunk back here. But there's still a lot of burnout I'm seeing here. I'm not seeing happy Indy. Again, you're talking around in circles. You're trying to convince. You're not happy. You're stable because you've got you've made enough money on there. And that's probably why these other idiots have gotten away with ripping her off left and right, because you make so much it doesn't matter. Just think about how much more you'd be making if they weren't doing it.
But yeah, I don't know. Like, I'm very comfortable with my transition where it's at right now, actually.
You're comfortable because you haven't transitioned. You have done nothing to actually You cut your hair and you're wearing a binder. That's it. You haven't changed your name. You haven't moved. You haven't you're still using the same. You're still living the same basic life you were when you're doing porn in your bedroom while still in high school. Before anyone says anything, no, she turned 18 her senior year, and she started doing porn right when she turned 18. So nothing. I'm not alleging anything illegal went on there. She was perfectly legal, but she was she's still essentially living the same damn life. Because one of the things, talk to actual transsexuals, the real deal, and even the who followed the same pattern. They totally upend and change their lives. Change the name, move, get off social media for about a year, change the life completely to assume a whole new identity as the opposite sex. Indy has done none of this. She's cut her hair short and started wearing a binder and started just not, wearing crappy clothes. Or when she does dress up, it's her idea of what boy clothes are. But they're still very girly. Okay? I'm sorry. The closest you get to boy is t-shirts and shorts. And that's not, that's pretty much non-gendered these days. That's why, comfortable with their yeah, you're very comfortable because you haven't done anything. The most uncomfortable thing you've done is wearing a binder. And a senior thing, when they take the thing off, so even that is borderline. I think you might want to vary it a little bit and just go with a sports bra once in a while. So, let's move on here.
I feel validated by my friends and the people around me enough that, I'm chilling. Yeah, obviously I get misgendered on a regular basis.
Okay, now's the point we're bringing in here. Get misgendered constantly because when I posted this over on Facebook on Twitter with the full video, did it with the following thing on the bottom here. Read it off here. Reality check, Indy reality check. You are a girl. You will always be a girl. You aren't doing anything to not pass as a girl. Everything in your behavior screams girl. Now, if you're just popping it, see more. This is where you get to see. Now, that being said, you can be whatever kind of girl you want to be. Grow your hair to your ass and wear princess dresses, or shave your head and dress like a lumberjack. Whatever. It's your life. That's the truly insidious part of this whole gender ideology / trans movement that you've bought into. Instead of being any kind of liberation and acceptance, it's actually a horrific enforcement of all sorts of gender stereotypes to the absurd level of medical and surgical mutilation of anyone who doesn't fit the profile. Boy who likes boys? No, you're not gay. You're a girl trapped in a girl's body. Girl who hates playing with Barbie dolls? You're really a boy. So I say it again. Basic biological reality. You are a girl and nothing on this planet is going to change that. I don't give a flying fuck what the state of Washington put on your driver's license. What you do with this is entirely up to you, but calling yourself a boy isn't any more real than calling yourself a turnip. Let's move on here.
People just assume I'm a girl, obviously. But that's okay. I don't really care what other people think. That's never really been a thing for me. It's mostly just like how I'm internally feeling. So like, well, it still sucks when I get misgendered, obviously. It's not a great feeling. But at least like for me, I'm mentally in a position where I can handle it a lot better than I think other people can.
Mentally, in other words, you're in very deep denial of basic reality. And let's face this is not the first time, Indy, okay? And part of it's like, in the caption here, like just cut people off, move on. Blocking people who are trying to tell you the truth and are genuinely concerned for you is not going to solve the problem. You're going to have to eventually wake up and realize, no, you really are a girl. You are a woman. You're 28 years old and you're still living the life of that 18-year-old cheerleader doing porn in her bedroom back home. And you've made quite a life on it, so it's kind of hard to argue anything wrong. But even if, the online bios, are off by about half, it's still pretty damn good money you got stowed away there. So you're secure on that. But,
So I'm also living in a location where it's like people aren't using a lot of like heavily gendered language all this fucking time. Like there's not a lot of like sir, ma'am shit going on. Like I don't live in the South.
Well, Seattle area, it's like it's Marin County North. Let's be honest here. Even her area has had some incidents though. It's like, Indy, watch yourself.
But like, yeah, I don't know. I don't really feel that, because there's like a lot of, I keep seeing discourse that I desperately try to fucking stay out of because I don't like communities. I don't like being part of them. And I just feel like they exist to cultivate drama.
Well, guess what, Indy? You got one of your own, and this is what happens.
And like, maybe you can get support through it, but like, I don't know. I have enough support on my own. I'm okay without a community. That being said, I constantly am seeing shit about fucking trans guy discourse, and it's just genuinely nauseating. People that care too much about feminine trans guys, people that expect you to be super fucking macho and like alpha male shit. It's obviously expected from people not in the community, but I find it interesting when it comes from people within the community, especially trans girls. I do see that a lot with trans girls say that. Interesting. I find it. Trans guys, a lot of the times are like, oh, no, I don't want to be feminine. I definitely don't want to be feminine. Like, guys, you can accept me, right? Because I don't want to be feminine at all. Me. Go chop some wood. Like,
okay. I think part of the thing is, it's kind of the result of them, pretty much devaluing the language. To the point where, like, pronouns mean nothing and male, female, so, but you go online and look up the definition of femboy. It ain't you, Indy. You get, really, it's like Dylan Mulvaney, biological male trying to pass as female. Usually under age 30, it's kind of like a stepping stone up to becoming, full-on drag queen. That's not what you're doing. It's, and that's why so many people in the trans community and other thing are mad at you, because you're making them look like idiots, and you're screwing around with the terminology that because you think of swinging a plastic dick around and saying that makes you a femboy. No, it doesn't. I mean, I know you hate the term tomboy, but this is where it's down to. You're a tomboy with a dildo fixation, okay? And little divergence. Why certain videos get the views and some don't? Well, a big draw is if you know the orgasm is genuine on the performer you're watching. And when you got a biological girl playing with a latex dildo, jacking it off, and nothing's happening, it doesn't even squirt. It's just, you're throwing the pan. It's all fake. That kind of kills the interest there. At least when you're playing with the real, genitals there, you can, whether you fake it or not, we can buy it, okay? We can go along with it because at least something's actually happening. But when you're going on, with the thing, it's the same effect as if I'm just, jacking the bottle off here, Nothing's happening. Nothing is real. Nothing's gonna happen. Yeah, it's like nobody really wants to see that shit, The ones who do, I really question why. Because, really, there's got to be some kind of agenda going on there to push you to do this stuff and commenting on doing this stuff because it's completely fake. There is no way on earth you were having an orgasm by jacking off at a little dildo. It's like, who are you trying to fool here? Who are these jackoffs trying to fool? By oh, that's so hot. Bullshit. It's boring. So, you compare the views between, the creeper boy version, the creeper girl version. The creeper girl version has twice as many views because what you're seeing is real. But, let's get back in here.
I hope they picked you. But anyway, my point is, I'm much happier not being part of the community, I think, because there's a lot of toxic discourse that happens. I'm happy. That's why I'm happier not being part of any sex work community also, because the same shit fucking happens. Just nonstop, insane discourse that is not productive at all.
Well, we may be hitting on some good things here because again, you're not following the standard rules of the trans community. You're pissing them off left and right. We tend to forget this isn't just Indy, girl we know online. That she is a certain, again, 2-time award winner. She's got some notoriety. That name does carry, and I probably shouldn't be surprised that this is also carrying over into the sex worker community. It's like, you heard what Indigo White's doing? It's like, what? What the hell's she doing? She's again, the demonstrative effect or Pornhub, rating was in the 30s. Now it's in the 60s. In fairly short order. That for that kind of movement and that high level, that fast, that takes a major drop. That's not like my pathetic sub count going up 2 or 3 things. This is, like if she, like say her Indy's YouTube subscription lost like 6,000 subscribers in a week. And then another 6,000 the next week. That's the kind of drop we're talking here. When that kind of, because there are thousands of, you just click a random channel. There's, like Lana's, I think, like in the 10,000 ranking, and Indy's clear up in 60, which is still pretty high rank, but it's not as high as she was. So I think maybe this is a good thing overall that she's shying away from these communities because she's pissing everybody off left and right, but the sex workers and the trans people really. This isn't working. I mean, again, Dr. Rosetta about that. She knows people in the trans community, and they've come to her about Indy, what she's doing, not knowing that she's been streaming with me about Indy, just out of the blue. Have you heard about this indigo wiper? Yeah, So yeah, it just goes beyond just our little circle of crazy people. Okay.
But yeah, I think when I first transitioned, I was seeking that bit of community out a little more. But I think I'm friends with enough trans guys who are feminine and aren't shoving their head up their fucking ass that, yeah, I don't really need anyone else, which is good. It's nice.
In other words, a lot more girls who want to be boys, but don't want to really be boys. I think this is the thing. Like she's done nothing to actually transition, to function in life as a male, as others have, like as Marcus Deeb, or Buck Buck Angel, or Ryan Barnes. She was trans for about a year or so, and was that close to doing top surgery. She was on testosterone. She's destroyed her voice. She's got a fundraiser going to try and do the surgery eventually to get it back to close to where they'll never get back where it was, but at least something doesn't sound like she's been smoking a case of Marlboros a carton of Marlboros for every day for 6 years. Just get it back up to something that sounds a little more feminine, because she had a pretty high voice. She had one clip of her before and fairly high voice, and now it's like way down here. It's lower than mine, but I think a large part of driving this whole trend is wanting to be a part of a community, of a movement, and that's where that's where totalitarian regimes start. You want to be a part of a movement, the Great Leap Forward. Yeah. Save the fatherland from the vicious Jews. Something where sucker in the young and the stupid who have no life experience and don't realize this doesn't end well. You got the old farts like me. It's like, we've seen this before. Don't trust me. But but it's like it's like other ones say the whole thing would be into little thimboy thing. The only boy thing is an Indy. It's like you still want all the adoration, affection of being a girl, going out and basically function as a girl. Like people holding doors open you, being nicer to you than if you were male. You want all the perks of being a girl without actually being a girl. You're trying to have it both ways. And that's where the disconnect is here. Because, I'm sorry, it doesn't work that way, okay? Misgendered all the time? Yeah, people holding doors for you? That, or, because I guarantee you, it's like, if people weren't thinking as a boy, if they weren't, interpreting correctly that you were a female, it would not be fun, okay? But it's also being as short and as slight as you are, you wouldn't be seen, as an adult. You'd be some teenage kid. Probably still a high schooler, So that you don't want to go all the way on this. Be treated as a guy. Trust me on this, okay? It sucks. All right, it really does suck. Because some, we girls do not know how good you actually have it. Okay. Yes, I know you have been through horrible shit because of partially because of being a girl, but that makes you a target. And I wish to God I could do something about that. Okay. But main thing I wish I had, I hadn't waited so long to reach out to you to talk to you. I could have maybe headed some of this off of the pass here. Maybe, I don't know. I like to think maybe we've been talking more directly before you decided to pull this little thing. Maybe I could have, no, you're not. Okay, so don't go there. That's not I jumped on the bandwagon too late after you'd already made up your mind up, and one thing we've determined is Indy is as stubborn as the day is long, so.
It's also very nice to just remove annoying fucking people. So, like, if you got blocked on one of my accounts, it's because you said something that annoyed the shit out of me, and or I felt like you were a red flag waiting to fucking go off on some transphobic fucking rant, so I blocked you. And you can cry about it. You can cry about it in the comments here. You can cry about it in the comments on your fucking Twitter or whatever the fuck. But I'm gonna forget that you exist.
Yeah, we're getting to the stuff that pretty much directed directly at me here.
And move on with my life. Because my life is so much better when I forget that you exist.
Yes, you so forget it exists. This in the last two videos, it's like I figured pretty prominently, I think.
Like, holy shit. Especially because, like, after taking a break and basically only interacting with the internet in, like, a non-work way, like, I only, like, was reading Twitter and shit or whatever the fuck. Ugh. I do not recommend. I don't know how people who don't use social media as a job spend any fucking time on it. Doom scrolling. That's just such a fucking black pill, bro. Nothing good on there. But, like, when I'm using it for just work exclusively, I love it again. So definitely want to work more. Motorcycles. Definitely want to work more. Definitely just want to focus on doing that. And, not to sound too fucking gay, but, like, block out the negativity. Like, more just, like, block out the fucking bitches who are gonna be a wet fucking blanket. More so is the thing that I'm doing.
Yeah, we're gonna play. Yeah, you're gonna watch this video. I know it is. You gotta know what's being talked about. That's why I'm not just relying on tweets because she's got me muted. It's growling on someone. Hey, did you see what he said about you? This is more direct. She's gonna watch this. You're watching it right now, Indy. Admit it. Come on. I'm living rent free in your head. And because the thing is, I'm right. This is wrong. Sooner or later, and eventually, you're gonna realize just how stupid this whole thing is, and wonder how you were dumb enough to fall for it. It could be a year or so, but you'll look back and think, how the fuck did I fall for this idiocy? Was I really that fucking insane? Maybe. Okay?
Because, yeah, if you can't sit back and shut the fuck up, I say this in literally every video now because I feel like I have to, because it's half the comments on some of my platforms. And not all of them, though. It's just, like, the ones that normies are on most of the time, like fucking Instagram or Pornhub. That's the worst. But if you can't handle shutting the fuck up when I'm filming content that I want to film, that I feel like myself doing, aka boy content, then I'm gonna block you so you can't enjoy the girl content.
Yeah, a note about that. Even the boy content is really not boy content. Not if the tits come out and it's clear that there's There's no dick there for real. It's a pussy, and it's getting good. That's not boy content by any definition of the term. And I'm surprised there hasn't been a lot of people screaming on porn. This isn't a trans guy. Look at that. That's pussy and tits. This is all natural. What the fuck is this? As far as there haven't been a lot of complaints about false advertising. Because, one of the requirements, they must not pick be very picky on there, because one of the concepts supposed to get your gender changed on the rating was to actually make an effort to pass. You are making absolutely no effort to pass. And no, that's not a challenge. I'm saying this as someone you really shouldn't be, because no, you don't want to go down that path, because you're signing yourself up for lifetime medical experiments and a lifetime of pain and agony as they continue to fuck up your body chemistry and everything else. So it's like, that's one thing, that your anxieties are a good thing. They're keeping you from doing supremely stupid stuff. But in the meantime, it's like you're just change your name to Cleopatra, because you're the queen of denial at this point.
Oh my god, it's crazy how that works. So, yeah, saying that before Christmas comes up, and I am about to do a lot of girl content, so if I see you fucking complaining, you're gonna get blocked, so be on good behavior if you don't want to be fucking blocked. Okay? Okay, so who's complaining about the girl content? I mean, everyone's claiming they have not enough girl content. How many videos, a couple of videos here? You did promise 50-50. In your own, when you're coming on a video, it would stay 50-50. You make that kind of thing on the video online, that constitutes a promise, Indy. Doesn't have to be signed and notarized. Just saying it to the camera, to the audience, you are promising them 50-50 content. So I didn't promise you shit. Bullshit, you did right there. And I played, 4 or 5 times in that one video. The content's not changing. So as for the ones who are complaining about the girl content, who are you? Who are you idiots complaining about the girl content? We've been cramming for not enough girl content. Enough of this stupid attempted femboy shit. This is the one we were signed. Like the one time when there's the wolf boy thing, and people contributing, you lose the binder, and Gene's, you can keep it on. Bull! That's when you start pissing people off, when they're not getting what they want. And what they wanted was the girl content. Okay? They want to see the boobs. They want to see the. So talk about not reading the room. Like I said, anybody who's complaining about, if they're complaining, it's because they're complaining about not enough girl content. Okay. This is showbiz, Indy. Got to give the people what they want, and what they want is girl content. They don't want to see you playing with a plastic dick. Unless it's shoving inside your pussy. Okay, let's be blunt here. Okay, nobody wants to see you jacking off a dildo, because nothing's gonna happen. Any reaction you have is like, it'd be, it's like, please, you're not fooling anybody. Yeah. On any of this. Yeah. What else? Other life updates. I have a boyfriend. Got a new boyfriend. We've been dating for like 2.5-ish months now. But yeah. Yay. And in case you're wondering, yes, he's gay. Because I'm a boy.
No, you're not. If he has dated men before, with actual live functioning penises, okay, that is gay. He's dating you, that makes him bi. But boy parts and girl parts equals not gay. I don't care what you call yourself, what he calls it, that is not gay, okay? That is why you have gays against groomers and other groups like that, and the LGBT tell the T plus to go fuck themselves, because they're totally destroying everything the gay rights movement was about. That's what I mean. The whole trans movement now has become the most homophobic, misogynistic, around the thing. The whole point of the gay movement was to be able to live their life and not be judged by who they want to sleep with. Now it's all about what you would do, and it's now publicly showing the kink in the streets in front of the kids. It's turned upside down, and it's why gay rights has now lost so much support. It is turning back the clock big time on it. That's one thing. This whole thing has turned me into a major women's rights and gay rights activist here, because you're rolling back all the advances that have been made when they push this shit. Because it's starting with the drag queens reading to kids. Why do you need to read to kids? What is the need to perform in front of children? Put aside the thing of how much impact this has on the kids. Why do these people have a need to perform in front of children? That's the insidious part right there. They're trying to normalize this stuff. And again, I've seen enough videos, enough cases where it's not just some drag queen reads, a Dr. Seuss book. No, it's getting them into the clubs and them perform. Grown men shoving dollar bills into a 10-year-old G-string. No, that is sick. That is depraved. And it is a felony in some places. They're starting to slap back on this. It's like no one's saying ban drag performance. It's just say not in front of kids. Yeah. But that's getting off in the weeds here.
Now, unlike you bitches, he actually gets that.
No, Indy, he puts up with it because he likes you, okay? But I'm seeing all kinds of things. It's like, this not taking, okay? We are seeing a lot, it never really was. You never were, doing really boy stuff. It was always, like silly little hair clips and the thing. It's always been, thanks to my makeup, whatever. It's never been boy, okay? Never been male. And never will be, because it's like, I have no fucking clue what it's like to be I can understand a lot of it intellectually. But there's no way I could actually know what it's like to have a period, to experience those cramps, To go into someplace and actually worry about, is anybody here going to try and rape me? Again, I can understand a lot of it, but there's nothing internal to make that really click in. Just like no way you can know what it's like to be a boy, to be a guy. To walk into a place and have those expectations on you of what a male is expected to do. And there's no way like just haven't you can learn that stuff. I'm sure Buck Angel has learned about it, because me trying to call Buck Angel she at this point, beard thicker than mine, bald head, big, muscular as all hell. You're gonna tell Buck to use the ladies' room? Nah. No, those pronouns are earned in that case, and it's like, and I'm sure there's a lot that Buck has learned about functioning as a man. But, again, Buck, he makes no pretenses about, actually being. He knows, very much, biological female, and this is how he dealt with the mental disorders. And they freely admit, the true transsexuals admit, this is, mental disorder. Marcus Deeb, same thing. And I've been urging, can you step in here? This is probably closer to your ballywick here. He's gone for sort of a twink thing. But he's also, again, totally changed his life from when he was a girl. Got on testosterone, got a voice about as low as me, got they totally changed the life on there. Indy has not changed a damn thing. It's like the turkey stuffing thing, put on the wig, that video could have been done a year or two ago. It fit right in because it looks just like the stuff you're doing then, because you had the same hairstyle. And again, that same fire in her eye. It's actually looking like, that. Okay, this is old Indy. We've been waiting for this. But that's another thing about guys. We will put up with all kinds of insanity if we like the girl enough, okay? Indy, you could tell your boyfriend tomorrow you're a turnip truck. He'll put up with it for a while. He likes you enough. Yeah, okay, you're a turnip truck. Okay. I'm Farmer Brown. Let's have some fun. He'll put up with a lot of stuff. Okay, just because he wants to be with you. Okay? Doesn't mean he believes it.
Just kidding. Why am I so salty? Probably because I haven't talked to YouTube in a while, and because I haven't been on YouTube in a while, a lot of the people in my comments are just like going on to old videos and like bitching and moaning. Which is so fucking cringe to check my YouTube notifications, and it's just people like, you fell off. Oh my god, you cut your hair? Life is over.
I don't think anybody's really bitching about their hair. Cause, short hair, long hair. I can pull up a half dozen pictures of hot chicks with short hair going back to the 60s, okay? Twiggy, Joey Heatherton, Mia Farrow. It's like, short hair is not a thing. That's why, this whole thing, what you think a guy is all about. Look at this. Does this look, I mean, this is around the length I think your hair would kind of best at, Frank, when it was around this length. It wasn't in the way, but it was enough. I think it looked cute when the hair was this length. But this is what you think a guy is? Like short hair? The only time I had short hair with any kind of length, when I was a little kid and I had no choice about the matter, but when I was in the Air Force and I had no choice about it. When I got out, it went to my shoulder. It was longer than that, but it went, full on. Like, fuck this. And again, that's the thing. We have lost so much as far as sexual equality. Just even up until the 90s. This wasn't a thing. Boys could play with dolls. Girls could play with trucks. They do sports. Whatever. You were still a boy or a girl. It's like the old Marlo Thomas thing. Free to be you and me. Whatever, The gender roles were like, no, they would, screw it. You do what you want, Boys, take home ec. Learn to cook. Girls, go to, take a shop class, Learn, go, learn auto shop. Learn how to fix your own fucking car. It was boys and girls played together and fine. This whole gender ideology thing has destroyed everything. It's going to be years before we build back up to where I think. Because they've destroyed a couple of generations here with this crap. And that's what the thing. But that's for for the big. Let the big time social crusaders worry about that. I'm just worried about Indy right now. I'm keeping this personal. I'm worried about Indy. Get her out of this crap. I mean, serve an example to others, great. But otherwise, that's one thing we argue with Curry about. Don't you want to save the? I'm not trying to save the world, okay? I'm just trying to help someone I want to be as a friend, okay? Because and that's the thing with the old videos. People are finding these old videos and say, hey, she looks nice. She's fun. She's been through some of the stuff I have. Then they look on and they get this burned out stoner who hates the world and is no longer, again, started the porn thing because she, dead. And I can pull the video up. Wanted, to help lonely guys and feel like they made a connection here and made a little bit of help. Now, what is it? It's just a job now? Do you give a rat's ass about your audience anymore, Indy? Because that's going to be really telling. If he's like, I don't care about, y'all go fuck yourself. Well, then, fine, fuck you. We're out of here. Because there are other porn stars who are much friendlier. Yeah. So, but let's move on.
When it's literally been like a fucking year and I can't get over the fact that people are still on this shit. And people are still not about it and they can't just learn to shut the fuck up. Like I thought I was being very clear. But I guess not. I really do like this outfit though. I feel like it's a cute titty channel, and I feel like I should draw it for her.
That's the thing, you still want to be cute. You still want to be pretty. That is as far from being a boy as you can get. Guys don't give a shit about that generally. I'm getting broad, stereotype here, but guys don't care about that shit, okay? That's why we kind of let ourselves go after a while, because we don't care. We don't care about the, be pretty thing. It's like, does it work? That's how you get some of these crazy, god-awful, makeshift repair things. You worry about it working. You don't give a shit what it looks like. It's like the whole thing about, wearing pants. It's hot. I don't want to sweat, and then it's going to show anyway. Who cares? Guys don't care about that sort of thing. The fact that you do is another indication. You're not a guy. You never will be. Okay? I mean, not all girls really care about it either, but essentially, eventually they got to suck it up and coming out in the wash. But but it's usually I think usually girls it's kind of fighting the urge to be all pretty and things, but guys it's like you got to learn to throw them in the bath and scrub up. Normally guys it's like they're perfectly happy just roll around the pit, roll around the mud puddle, get all dirty, and then not think that you wash your hands before you put the chicken down there.
Anyway, my point was, I hate all of you, every single one of you. You all suck. Except for if I like you, and then I like you. So figure it out, which one is which. Should be obvious. Okay. Okay, bye!
Okay, so that's her little rant, okay? And again, whenever she talks about stalker, that's kind of shorthand for me. Because that was the thing when she was talking with me, my stalker. It's like, hi. That's why when I wrote the letter to her dad, I was like, hi, I'm the creepy old guy stalker Indy's been complaining about. Let's, clear a few things up here. So, yeah, and also, well, while I'm at it, let's see. Hold on. Because I did this on a live stream, but I figured let's do it here. I'm going to go ahead and pull up. Because one thing, is Indy, when she was streaming with Mia, mentioned, the two boyfriend applications. Like, okay, well, she saw the second one then. Whether or not she read it, I don't know. I hope so. I don't think why not. Just, what this idiot's saying this time. Let's see, we got to fire this up. I think we'll edit here because this is taking too long. Yeah. All right. Again, they're talking about the boyfriend application. So, okay, well, she's seeing them. So I do one more shot. For the record, it appears she has pulled it. One, again, she's got a boyfriend, so it's irrelevant. But also, because it was a form on there, she couldn't block it. Again, the only way to block was to take it down. I'm pretty sure she's not taking it down. But here, quite probably the last boyfriend application she got. In the category, again, the usual particulars, names, age is, irrelevant. We're not dating. So, since this appears to be the only way to communicate directly without the peanut gallery chiming in and doing their damnedest to spin whatever I say in the worst possible light, I guess we'll try another one of these. For the 847,000th time, I did not betray you, nor was I going to betray you. I was not looking for a diagnosis. I wasn't trying to get you committed. I was looking for advice on how I should proceed, as in, do I persist in reminding you of objective reality, or trust in the seeds that are hopefully planted, and wait until you figure this shit out for yourself? And you will. Gender ideology is the biggest medical fraud in history, and in a few years, you'll wonder how you could be so stupid to fall for it. But that's another discussion. So if you're wondering what it is that's stuck in my craw regarding you, that's it. I was booted out under false pretenses, whether because you misread my intentions or your gang of yes men leaped onto the opportunity to get rid of me. Only you can say. Either way, the only one in this who is entitled to feeling betrayed is me. And for the record, we did interact plenty before you turned trans in chat during live streams. I had a hand in shutting down a few YouTube channels that were posting your Pornhub body painting videos. And I was also in the chat during that whole who the fuck is Brandon silliness while we were looking at some of those online expose bios of you, which is why that attempt, supposedly by Peterman, to pose as your ex-high school boyfriend Brandon was so incredibly lame. We also had plenty of back and forth during some Fansly streams. Regardless, my goal remains the same. I want to be your friend, and a part of that is defending you. Again, that's part of the benefits of being a girl, you know. The guys are rising to defend the little fillies. Over the past few months, I've been fed a number of nightmare scenarios regarding your safety, such that my not responding in some way would be nothing short of negligent. Were any of them actually true? Who the fuck knows? The nature of them were such that neither of us would really know one way or the other, but there is no way I could just sit back and possibly let you get seriously hurt. Did my antics break up two plans to have you raped? Again, no way to know. The supposed wannabe rapists sure as shit aren't going to admit it. It's one of those situations where I'd rather be wrong and look like an idiot than let you get brutalized. It's also why I went ballistic over that Halloween spanking idiocy. Pushing the spank bank to that insane level was pure sadism. And you could have been seriously hurt because of it. And all because of your oh-so-dear friends. No, I am not jealous of Gene. I am disgusted by him. Whether he's selling your content behind your back or not, he's a major league creep who is only encouraging your latest round of mental issues for his own sick pleasure, which makes him not just a reprobate, but an existential threat to your mental health and well-being. Same goes for the rest of them. You used to hate being surrounded by yes men, Indy. You wanted your ideas challenged. Now you got a Praetorian guard around you, and you block people at the drop of a hat before they even have a chance to say hi. Does that bear any resemblance to what you started out to do? It sure as hell doesn't sound like the girl in those videos from just a few years ago. A lot of folks are still finding you through those old YouTube videos, never having seen your Pornhub stuff. Can you really blame them for being incredibly confused? Hey, where's the girl from those videos? She seemed nice. Who's this crazy burned out psycho? When that pic was passed on to me, supposedly showing you with an engagement ring, I was generally happy for you. And again, those photos you post from your phone are flipped. So yes, it looks like the ring is on your left hand. So keep in mind that when folks misinterpret pictures, you've also got some old, Pinterest sites up for when you and Tyler were engaged. So I can't say I was surprised by the idea you getting engaged again, seeing how much you work we're putting into that one. And if the right guy or girl comes along, I will be overjoyed for you. After all the shit you've been through, you deserve some genuine happiness. You ain't got it now. Okay, that's the big hint there. And how do you spend your free time? It's like, this is autoload on the form, which is now gone, but the thing's like, lately it's pretty much just sleep. I think it's my back talking there. I thought there. Let's see, preferred dating dynamic, irrelevant. We're not dating. We're not going to be dating. Just friends. No intention of cheating on my wife. Again, and the question, what do you think of my job? The way you described it a few years ago was downright inspirational. You wanted to help lonely guys make a connection and feel loved, even if only a little. Why are you doing it now, though, Indy? Is it still your way of trying to help people or make new friends, or is this just a job now? The thoughts on mental illness. I seriously want to help Indy, but you need to be willing to be helped. So that's kind of a maxim, an axiom thing. Hypothetically, if we did, would you want to make vids together? Want? Of course. What guy wouldn't want to? Would? Not unless we can shift the space-time continuum such that I'll be 30 years younger, 50 pounds lighter, and single. Otherwise, I'll limit my participation to logistical, technical, and moral support. And there are a few others. Again, I can't access it now because they were on the form, and I kind of got lazy on that. But it's stuff like, just what's your job? And it's like, latest version I put in was like, full-time caregiver, aspiring YouTuber, and being general pain in your ass. So, I know that was the hobbies. The job with the and your overworked, underappreciated guardian angel. The hobbies was being a general pain in your ass. Someone's got to be, Indy. Okay. Can't all be sweetness in life. Okay. Someone's got to point out the fact. No, that you don't want to walk there. That's part. So let's run through my email here.
Later that same evening.
All right, so that was, probably the last boyfriend application, because I'm sure that one more. That's it. Pull it. Don't need it anyway. Got a boyfriend, and I'm glad for you. You need, clearly you don't want to. You don't like being alone. And those idiots online are a very poor substitute. But yeah, we'll see how well this guy really likes you. Because eventually, no, you're not going to be able to maintain. You're not doing much anyway, really. That's the thing. You're not doing anything to transition. It's transition by acclamation. You say you're a boy. You haven't done anything, to make it. You're not going to do anything. Again, you're not doing bottom surgery. Thank God. Again, at this point, it doesn't look like you're going to do top surgery either. No matter how much you hate your tits, it's like you said, if they fuck up the nipples, well, they're going to fuck up the nipples. There's no way around it. They will fuck up those nipples if So as much as you hate them, it's like you still want to maintain some integrity there. So no. So no, Indy, you're not a boy. I'm sorry. Somebody has to step up and point out reality here, too. You are not a boy. You are a girl who... Again, female puberty is a bitch. No, even, no girl likes going through that, okay? And most of them do have troubles that stem back from it. And you've had them piled on top of each other with all the shit that happened to you. Once upon a time, you just wanted to get back to the way you were before the things went to shit. You ain't going that way now. You ain't, You're not even trying anymore. You're just... But sooner or later, the routine's getting old. It's kind of wear out. It's like... It's going to dawn on you eventually. No, you're not a boy. You can only lie to yourself so much. You're not a boy. You're not going to be a boy. And the fact is, with all the crap, you've also got a lot of shit come your way, good and on the good side, because you're a girl. If you were a boy, you wouldn't be anywhere near this where you're at right now. Okay? You're probably back home working for your dad. I can see you working in that company, and probably doing pretty well. But you wouldn't be anywhere near the position you're in now if you were a boy. So yeah, after all these years, it's like you still want to keep all the perks of being a girl without being a girl. At what point does it realize that this is not sane talk, okay? And don't give me the dodge. Well, I'm insane. Yeah, that's not an excuse, dear, okay? You know it's a problem. That's why you need to be dealing with it, not buying into it. And you sure as fuck don't need all these idiots encouraging it. That's what galls me. In your previous breakdowns, you had people helping you get out of them. Now you got a bunch of people encouraging it. Getting off on it. That Spank Bank is an example there. They drove that thing to an insane level. Is any wonder why I thought you'd hurt yourself badly, okay? I mean, in fact, you were offline for a good long time there. And don't tell me just because, because you said anything, you're recovering from Halloween. I mean, Peterman was literally, and he bets on she breaks the skin. You sick motherfucker. How dare you even show your face when you call yourself a friend? You're a sick motherfucker, you psychopathic moron. But Indy, please, God. Andy, I'm not expecting another epiphany. It's like, oh my God, he's right. It's gonna take a while. It's been taking a while. But I'm seeing stuff where as much as you may think, oh, I'm a boy, it's not taking. Okay, the fact that you're not doing anything to actually do it, to make it a reality, it's not taking. Because you don't want to be a boy. You just don't want to be a girl. And just based on that, you're drawing a whole lot of different lines here. That doesn't fit there. Okay? Like you're taking, the old drawing. I don't know if they still do this, but the old drawing. Have a picture, a turtle head or a pirate head, and you're drawing God knows what underneath it. But what you're drawing is not a turtle or a pirate. So, again, you're the one who's got to run this race, and I'll tell you, there is no shortcuts here. You got to deal with things, but you got to deal with them as they are, okay? Any therapist worth a spit in the ocean would be trying to get you to reconcile all this and get you comfortable in your body and get the mind and everything to, adjust to who and what you are. Get you grounded in reality. Not encouraging this fantasy world where you're suddenly a boy just because you say so. You know that's stupid. And you know that's wrong. Any therapist just said, oh, you're what? They have their license revoked. They got no business in the fucking business. They're going to encourage this crap, Because by that standard, you can walk in and declare yourself a rabbit. Oh, yeah, here, have a carrot. That is not therapy, But yeah, that's about all I can say on this right now, okay? Just, again, Indy, stop it already, please. For the God's sake, sit down and think about this, okay? And don't just go, your arguments suck. No, my arguments is fucking basic reality. You are a girl. You know it. You fucking know it, okay? And nothing's going to change that. You let it slip. Oh, I wish I was born a boy when they're coming that video. You're not a boy. You know you're not a boy. You're not going to be a boy. You don't really want to be a boy. But it's also a thing of like, they don't be a man. You're 5'4", 110 pounds. It's like you're the closer you get is, if someone's not paying attention, you get out of my way, kid. You're a 14-year-old kid. That's what you're going to look at. And some of your pervert friends apparently go for that sort of thing. Okay? And I warned you back then about, is this the audience you really want to cater to? These are not people you want, be associated with, okay? I don't care if that much they fucking pay you. That's not a good road. But yeah, I know it's not going to, but hopefully I'm planting some seeds in there that are going to take some root here. And eventually it'll finally dawn on you that, what you've been doing is not good and not healthy And it's not recovering. It's diving deeper into the delusion. And that's not getting you, it's not getting you back to where you wanted to be, okay? Before your whole world went to shit. And again, we could postulate all of what happened on there and what should have happened. What kind of support you should have been getting from your folks at the time that weren't, because they were busy fighting. Or even just recently, it's like when you're going through this whole thing, I wish the hell I had reached out sooner. Instead of waiting until you threw a bombshell. Okay, wait a minute, you really want to do this? Yeah. I think because if I had been talking more than just in live chats and streams, and been DMing before that, maybe I don't know. I could at least gotten a little more further in there. And hopefully talk you out of going this route, but it's too late now. But if nothing else, it's like, like there's to prove. Would I put myself through this crap if I didn't really care about you? Because I'm subscribed to, I don't, God knows how many different porn stars on Pornhub. Still chatting with them on, some of them on Twitter and other things, It's not like I'm, only fixed. I got, there are other ones. God, there's one of them function. She was twins. More years than I care to admit, and I don't want to admit it in front of open chat because it'll embarrass her because she's still going, barely legal. No, barely legal my ass. But anyway, Indy, just all of it. It's like stop and think about what you're doing. Really stop and think about it. Not just think, you're comfortable because you're not following any rules now. That's the comfortable part. But you're not a guy. You're not gonna be a guy. So stop telling yourself that and try to pass it off because you don't pass. You're not gonna pass. No, you shouldn't pass. Okay? Because you're too damn cute. Okay, you're come on. You like being cute and pretty. I'm just saying that wig you wore for the turkey thing, that suits you. That's a good style. The style I had before you chopped your hair off. But it just, that suited you fine. Dreading why? Because during those things, that's when you actually seem to come alive. Is that what you're afraid of? That you start doing it and getting comfortable doing it all over again? That'll become, back to this is what, starting to start clicking in that this is what you should have been doing all along and not trying this boy thing. Again, eventually you'll figure this out. I know you will, but it's like how long you do it. And again, and my primary thing is just hopefully keep you from doing something stupid and irreversible. That's my mantra. Don't do something stupid and irreversible. That's why when I got word you're starting testosterone, I went ballistic. What the fuck? You did not want to do that. Again, find out that it's just the gel thing. Okay, right. Again, got a little personal experience with that, courtesy of Kid Sister going on it. But again, sooner or later that, it's going to hit. If the levels get up enough, I don't know. If you keep smoking the pot there, you could bounce it down, where you're still low technically. But if it ever gets above a certain level, you will get that roid rage and you'll want to rip somebody's lungs out. Or the bops will pick the wrong time and it won't be pretty, So, be on the lookout for that, okay? That stuff will bite you. Testosterone is a mind-altering substance. It is why guys do the stupid things we do, and we're built for the using that crap, okay? That is our cross to bear for male puberty. Is the elevated levels of testosterone and the stupid stuff it drives us to do, usually to try and impress a girl. Wars have started because some guy was trying to impress some girl somewhere. And insane stunts and big flashy car. The entire economy is driven on trying to impress a girl. The Nobel Prize was created because Alfred Nobel was trying to impress a chick. Yeah. But anyway, then we're getting off the weeds here. So, like I said, just Indy, just fucking stop, think. Really think about what the hell you're doing, and not the. Oh, I'm trans because I say it. No, you're not trans. Get off of that right now. You are not trans, because you haven't done anything to transition. You're a girl in very deep denial, is what you are. That's the reality of it. So you need to sit down and start thinking, why the hell am I here? What the hell's going on here? How did I get here? And how do I get out? I would like to help you find that, but if you don't want, find it, then again, if any of your therapists are actually willing to help you really reconcile who and what you are and get you back to reality and stop the dissociation thing, great. I'm not confident in that because they've let you go on with this thing for so long. Apparently encouraging it, And one suggested going to a gay bar. It's like, again, gay guys want live dick. You ain't got one. You're not gonna get one. Even bottom surgery, it won't be one. It won't be a functional one. It's like, which is why, thank God you're not doing that, because it'd be fucking useless and a waste of time. And again, keep in mind if that someone ever does try to, where do you think they get the tissue to make the dick and balls? Are you ready for a big hideous scar where the missing tissue from around the arm here or around one of your legs? You got a damn pair of good little legs there, Indy. Don't fuck them up because someone to put in your head you should have a floppy, non-functional dick and a couple of lumps that masquerade in his balls. You're better off with the packer on that case, But like I said, I'm not going anywhere. Okay. This is the long haul game. I'm in it for the long haul. I will be here when you finally figure out where the hell you are and what you want to do. And we'll try and figure out what you want to build back to what you got. Till then, everybody else, we'll talk at you later.